For me, it's all about putting the love back into the lunchbox, and here I'm just quickly putting a tomato in a love heart form onto one of the pig sticks and just popping it in a lunchbox. It's a great reminder for whoever you're packing it for that you care about them. So today's lunchbox idea is packed in this yumbox, or it might be packed in this yumbox. Keep watching and find out. So let's go. Yep, we're using the panino lunchbox in the green with the 4 compartments, so it's got the larger ones. We're going to line the large compartment with the serviette, and we've got the pick sticks to match because those will come in handy. So I love to add in a lot of colour. I don't know if you've seen before that we've got these mini peppers that come in orange, yellow and red. We can get punnets of them here, so do keep a lookout for them. There is an entire playlist on mini lunchbox ideas, so do check the links above, and I'll make sure they're in the description box below. Now you can see we're using a wrap. Now I love doing pinwheels, or I think some of you might call them roll-ups. It's just a really quick, easy way of just making something a little bit more colourful with the wrap. And so we've just got some cream cheese that we're popping on here, and you can see I've already pre-cut up I've sliced up the cucumber into sort of skinny little sticks, and also the orange pepper and the yellow pepper. I could have gone for the red pepper as well. What I love about these little mini peppers is that they are much sweeter than the larger bell peppers. So we're just going to sort of, sprinkle on the colour if you like, so just make it into interesting shapes. And maybe I'm being influenced at the moment from my trip to Japan where I ate a lot of sushi, but this is kind of an inexpensive way of just adding a whole load of colour into the lunchbox. So we've got the little skinny bits of yellow pepper that we're going to just add now, and we're then going to just add in some ham and then just roll it all up, and you'll see just how quickly it all takes shape and just the amount of colour that's in the lunchbox. And this is what I'm trying to do week in, week out. I don't know if you have just stumbled across Lunchbox World, but we upload a new video every week. At the moment it's scheduled for Saturdays, so do make sure you subscribe, and if you do like this lunchbox idea and you like the inspiration, if you give it a thumbs up or give me a comment, then that sends a little message back to YouTube that actually people are finding the content really, really useful, and that would mean the world to me. So as I say, we're just going to sort of roll it up. So we're just going to fold in each of the ends and then roll it up as tightly as we can so that all the different colours stay in place. And then we're just going to cut it up into little pinwheels or little roll-ups, depending on where you come from. So yeah, I'm really curious, what do you call it? Do you call them pinwheels, or do you call them roll-ups, or do you call them something else? But you can see I've just sliced it in half. You could do a diagonal cut, but the thing is I'm going to cut this into little roughly centimetre discs, if you like, so that you can just see all of the colour inside. And it's just another way of adding fun to the lunchbox. And again, let me know if there's different flavour combinations that you put into your pinwheels or roll-ups. But yeah, I'm really intrigued. I really want to know what you call them, so let me know in the comments below. That would just make my day. So you can see they're almost kind of rainbow coloured, so we're just going to quickly slice them all up. And then actually I thought, we're going to go one step further. We're going to use the little pick sticks, which come in all sorts of different colours, and it's just another way of making the food look fun and I think colourful and exciting. So we're just going to skewer 3 of them onto a little pick stick. There's just enough room to lie them flat, and then just look at the colours in there. So we're going to quickly just lie them down so that they're all flat on the surface. Then we're going to get the pick stick out, and then we're going to skewer them on. But do you not just love that colour? So you don't have to use the pick sticks. You could just literally lie them down like this inside the lunchbox, and then they can just graze to their heart's delight. But I thought, what, we're going to use the pick sticks because I just thought, let's just add an interesting variation to this. So I'm just showing you different ideas, but obviously you do what works for you and for your family or for whoever you know, even if you're packing it for yourself. So we're just using the flat surface and we're sliding on 3 of them. You could possibly get another one on, but I thought that just nicely spaced out. And then we're just going to pick up another skewer and then just skewer them on all over again. So if you don't have these little picks, I've seen them in the supermarket. You can get little, well, you can use cocktail sticks, but obviously that depends on the age of who you're making this lunchbox for, so be super careful if it is for little people. In that case, I would just put the pinwheels straight into the lunchbox. But if they're a little bit older and they totally understand what they're doing with these pick sticks or little kebab skewers, then you know, it's just another alternative, another way of displaying the food in a aesthetically pleasing way. So anyway, let's just crack on and pack up the rest of the lunchbox. So you can see there's almost enough room to just lay them out in totality so that they're nice and flat. And remember, these yumbox lunchboxes, they do have the silicone seal around them so that no food is going to go anywhere. So we've got a handful of blueberries. Sometimes in the punnets you can see there's some big ones as well. I just wanted to sort of cherry pick the smaller blueberries and just fill that little central pot. And then we've got the other 2 pots to fill. Before I forget, I just wanted to remind you to check all the action points below. If you're new to this video, stumbled across Lunchbox World and you're wondering, who is this behind the camera? I'm Caroline, I'm the Lunchbox lady, and I've been obsessing on packed lunches since 2009 when I first came up with the idea for Lunchbox World when my kids were young. So if you want to know more, if you want to know what's next, if you kind of want to just fast track, you don't have time to watch all the videos on the channel, then make sure you sign up for the masterclass coming soon. It's just jam-packed with everything that I learned with my 3 kids, and I want to share it with you. So make sure you do the action points below, and let's get back to the video. Okay, so we're using one of the little yellow cupcake cases or silicone cupcake cases, and we've just got a little handful of raspberries we're going to put in. And then I did see these little watermelon fingers. Now sometimes I do buy just what I need because, well, actually it's really hard to find a whole watermelon in the UK. When we used to live in Greece, we used to, you know, have an entire watermelon. But I just wanted these little fingers, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to cut them up into little cubes. So we've got another silicone cupcake case. I couldn't find another yellow one, weirdly. But I just wanted the little cubes of watermelon, again, so that you can eat them with a little pick stick. And, you know, just graze. And if it's in a bite-sized little piece, you know my theory, or hopefully you do by now, that, and it's not a theory, it's a strategy, that if you remove all obstacles and just have everything bite-sized, then it's really easy for them to just pick up the food and eat it, rather than trying to open up different packages or different wrappers. I just remove all of that and then have all the cupcake cases or silicone cupcake cases, cucumber sticks, whatever, into all their little compartments so they don't touch each other. And you just open up the lunchbox and you just tuck in. There's no, you know, wasted time trying to get to the food because of all these barriers, these obstacles. So there you go, you know, there's just little bits of watermelon on the little pick sticks. So don't forget to add in an extra pick stick, and that's it. A really super easy, super fun, quick, easy pinwheel idea for the lunchbox. And here you go, here are the little love hearts. These are plum tomatoes, so you do need them to be oval shaped, and then you do the diagonal cut and you just swivel them around. But I'll make sure the link to the video is above so that you can see how to do these. But it's always lovely, I think, to just put a little bit of love into the lunchbox. It helps you reconnect with either you if you're packing this for yourself or your loved one, and it lets them know that you're thinking about them. So, you know, I'm all about helping equip you with all the strategies and ideas and ways of reconnecting with your kids and reconnecting them with food and trying to go for the healthier options, you know, because that's what it's all about, isn't it? We want our kids to be happy, healthy, thriving in life. So I really hope you like the videos that you see on the channel. If you are new, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like, comment below if you've got ideas that you'd like being made, or you just think, you know what, can you come up with some ideas that use XYZ, then pop it in the comments below, because you never know, it might be the topic or the inspiration for the next video. So I really hope you like these ideas. Don't forget to subscribe, and that's a great way of showing your support for the channel. Check out all the playlists above, check the description box below for all the action points as well, because you know I'm here to help you put the fun back into packed lunches, and also to kind of find healthier options. And you know, the beauty of these lunch boxes as well is they're compartment lunch boxes, so everything is kind of in a compartment inside. So thank you so much for watching, and if you like these videos, I think you're going to like these ones next. So see you in the next video. See you there.